Good evening, everyone. All right, so as usual, or as is usual for the current point in time, we're going to jump into some Captain of Industry. Now we'll pick up from where we left off stream last time. I haven't played anything in the off time as of yet. So we'll jump in and see what we need to get done today. So we were connecting our fertilizer in here as a way to chew up the organic fertilizer. That's correct. We had just set up these greenhouses. A lovely viewer had pointed out at that point in time as well how to get this actually producing properly. So I'm finding we are smashing through a fair bit of output in regards to food and stuff. Good. Good. Getting some tofu, animal feed to keep the chooks happy. Yes. So one thing we do. It was probably silly of me to set this up the way I did. What? Let's fix this piece. Just drop this here. Flat conveyor from you to you. And you are gonna be outputting meat. Really did quite average with this setup, didn't I? I did put pretty almost storage in here. Fairly unimpressed with myself there. Storage. There. No, I don't need that one as a unit storage because that is loose storage actually. Oh, how's it going, Panda? How are we cracking this evening? How's your long weekend been? Okay, so set those two outputs and it should pick up. Pause. Alright, we're good to unpause. Now, where we currently are, we can't explore more of these red areas, but what we could potentially do is at least trade. I don't think coals are going to be needed. Copper ore probably not. The supplies like electronics quite deep. Yeah, we'll set that one up. Start loading the ship. So I've tried to set a couple things up. As you can see, we've got the goal tracker now up, and I think I've hopefully got the event list and alert bot working properly. The last thing I need to work out how to do is to get the chat bot working correctly. I'll work that out eventually, slowly as I go. All truck cannot reset. Like if they could work that out as to stopping them from trying to get the things that they can't fill up from. Guess any probably can't. Oh no, I could go around and get that one. Must be able to access it because cool stuff. Like, you could go to the super big one, but really top yourself up, but no, you're gonna go to the small one. Rightio. Okay, so now the other thing that I was Okay, so ethanol is getting close. Plastics are at least reproducing, so that's good. Chlorine actually doing okay production. I almost wonder if it's worth just putting another fuel station here. Yes, I've got one right there, but if I put one here, if it's going to stop them from having a fit like that all the time. Sorry, what was I thinking? You're trying to go to that. There's one fuel station right bloody here. Sometimes I don't understand the AI in this at all. Now, plastic is going to be required to make electronics. First step being the PCB. Glass, plastic, copper, make PCB. Get our shit moving. Apparently have so do I not have the next level unlocked? Robotic assembler instead of electric. Mustn't. Where does that come from in the research tree? If I could be any of those. Sort of blind module. This, I'm guessing. Yeah, similar robotic. Okay, so 8 layers deep in regards to research. Alrighty. Very busy. What are we very busy for? Has something being dropped off that they're all running for, or what? Ah, I see. Issue is that a lot of the don't put it at the moment. They're full. That should be pumping out to them. It's fine like that. There's something, yeah. Okay. Edit area. Do that and fix up the other issues. We're just going to get rid of this section here, otherwise it's going to keep yelling at me saying there's areas outside the designated areas. Okay, that fixes that up. You're slowly digging through that, that's good. I'm just curious as to what is happening at the moment that's triggering that to be extremely busy. I wonder if it's just the amount of foodstuffs that need to be moved around at the moment. I think this is the keep empty. What if I set that like here? Maybe that'll be better. Yeah, maybe it was, because it just moved straight to stable. That gives us a lot of chicken production, which is good. That's CO2, also good. That is almost through all of that sand. less good. So the upside here is it has unlocked a lot of farm room. I wonder if it's worthwhile setting up like a bigger area of this sort of system to crush rock into sand, just to try and preempt running out of this sand deposit, giving us time to sort of make a land bridge over to this sand deposit. I wonder if that is technically enough of a small incline to get down there. But it would be a good way to at least utilize more of the rock, and that would just make this really a biomass, slag, and rubbish area. And then we keep all the rock into sand. I'll be working our way through the recyclable stores. Okay. Let us think about making PCB. So what comes after PCB? When we make electronics, it requires silicon, and the silicon requires us to set a quartz upgrade. Now, if we do quartz, I'd probably want another ship. Now, they've got all of the ships currently working. Don't think there's another ship to be found and rescued. No, there's not. But what there is a way to buy one. It requires 600 of those construction parts. So we're just going to build a lot of these and let that slowly overproduce whilst we where is it? There. How you going, GIF? What's cracking, man? If we do that, then we can build another cargo center. Technically, we could probably add it onto this one. Only problem is if we make that up here, I'm going to set PCB production over here. That's a long trek. Can't really do anything here because we're not going to be able to place it anyway because of all those rocks. And nowhere else really without some terraforming to be able to drop areas. So we're probably just going to have to go with the inefficient way at the moment. Alright. Drop a large loose module. And you're going to be filled with quartz. Yeah, not too bad. Bought a trailer on Saturday. Bought myself a ride on Sunday. So slowly getting there, just in regards to block maintenance. Alright, let's set these trees next. Okay. So, what is the correct way to turn quartz into thing at least? Alright, so we need to set up graphite too. That's a pain. Didn't think of that. So, graphite. What do we need for graphite? That's right. I remember this conundrum. I wanted to set it up using CO2 because I don't want to sort of tap more into the chlorine chain, and I don't want to deal with more sour water. But I need to do this. And I need to get to here. is okay, because at least it's only 1 in, but then I would need to make the lab equipment, at which point I need the electronics to be able to do it. So it sort of does pigeonhole you into having to use that less efficient with annoying consequences to be able to do it. Could always dump the sour water here. So I could pull the coal from there. Either way, I need to do that because I can't start making PCBs to then make electronic 2 without going through that process. Contracts. Quartz. Yep. So there's no contracts that really allow us to skip that process either. Well, that's a pain. Let's make more graphite, which is an upside. Quartz, graphite, slag, exhaust. Actually, no. Do you know what we can set up first? Our air treatment for this section here, because everything we build now is going to also generate more smog and other crap. Now, I probably want to tuck that facility in here somewhere because our big trucks are going here. Oh, I guess I can create the ramp over it if I need to, so that's fine. Right. Buildings, vehicles, large ramp. Say we set it up like here. And cycling source scrubber. Put this side. What do we put in? Just smoke and water. Okay. Pumps out steam. Now. Steam probably isn't something we're concerned about actually utilizing at this point, just because this won't be very efficient running, so I don't want to tie it into... Don't really want to tie that into the system to generate power, because that's never going to be stable enough. So what we can do... is just run cooling towers so that we don't need to supply too much water to it. That was its medium pressure steam, yeah? Or low? Okay. What can we do? Low. Vent it, cooling tower it. Nah, water and brine, really not that good. Don't want to really rely on making power with it. Yeah, I think we'll just cooling tower it and recycle it. It's going to be the best way. That power's going to be like a waste. Again, like I said, not stable. Not going to vent it. Might as well reuse it. Yeah, okay. Come on, trucks. The whole point of that ramp thing there is for you to drive over it, so you drive around it. God damn. I wonder if they actually go over the ramp. Let's see if they drive over that one. So what does it output? It outputs 24 when it runs, that is. Let's see I guess they do. You can see the big... Yep, perfect. So it's not that they can't drive over this, it's just they opt not to. All right, cooling tower will do 24. Perfect. So we can input steam. Storage, fluid, at which point it can output the water there. And then we'll build, I'm hoping there's groundwater. Makes 12, so I just need to supply it with 12. I could just take that one, save me having to build a whole new pump for that. That is only intermittent use because this now should be fine because it's gaining the majority of its water requirements from mains. Pipe. 1, 2, 3, keep it at max height just for our trucks. Drop it down to run it under here. There. That can go to there. That goes into there. That will go to there. CO2. Okay. Probably worthwhile just piping it up here. We've got the pass over here, so I don't think it matters that we necessarily run it here and the big trucks can't go anywhere else. So we just jump it up to 3. Just run it this way and hope that no future development is cut off by running it through this section here. Come on. Doesn't like scaling those mountains, it would seem. There we go. Long pipeline, but it saves me having to use the big trucks to ship that around. Cool bananas. You are hold. What up? And where's... Ah, perfect. There was enough room for that to come up. That goes there. Okay, so that sorts all of that out. All we now need to do is generate an output. Now, how do I generate this without turning off our important industries? The answer to that is I don't. They're just inadvertent and get turned off here. Alright. that one's past 1, 2, 3 boilers. Last boiler's there, that's fine. I can run over to here. Run all of these in front of those. This one here, down to get through and connecting to you. Okay, once that's built, we'll slowly connect all the factories into it. And that should be fine. We will speed build the ones here just to try and minimize the impact onto the energy production line. The other thing is, if I'm going to turn on the quartz line, I should probably coal. That's the quartz mine. That one. Quartz. Damn. Is that the only quartz mine? Feeling that we have discovered one other one. 225 as well. Okay, so they're both requiring the same inputs for repair. Start loading the ship. So, this... Aha, okay, so the pylons here are running along, as you can see, where the cars would go. So, this section here I'm going to have to cut off because the car needs to come in and go there. You know what? I'm going to delete it from here, here. And then we'll jump down here and try run it across instead. Too quick remove, because that's pain to wait on it otherwise. Here. That should allow him to get in. Yep, perfect. Why are we not getting water into here? Ah, that's a simple question to be answered. That's currently paused its output. I thought this... Yeah. Yeah, why do you get so low? I need to upgrade you. Obviously I do. You're starting to get a bit low. You're low. Because all the irrigation has turned on. that will fly. These slowly empty out their quartz through cargo through that pipe, which is just dumping it into the sea now out here. Which will enable this to burn. Man, this whole section must have turned off because of that. Far out. Or this will start turning back on, so we should start to see a lot more water coming through as all of those are now pumping water into it. I wonder, did this turn off by any chance then because of all of that? I reckon that probably ran out. That would have backed up with exhaust, stopped supplying steam, and that's why those would have stopped, and that's why we were seeing our water level starting to dip down. So we should see perfect. Water is slowly flowing into that now. Okay, that's connected. So all right, now hopefully this goes exactly to plan and not like everything normally that just goes nothing like plan. No smokestacks here, nothing down there. Smokestacks. The only thing left with smokestacks are the generators, so we will leave those. Is fine. Pause this one. Venting. That carries 60 per, that makes 24. So even when it's boosted, it's 40. You're not creating an exhaust, no, cool. Up here gets blocked by it. Done. All three of those are done. Those two are done. So the only ones remaining, once the trucks do all that, is these. Actually, the trucks don't need to do these ones because we're going to do these via quick. 36, so we do have to fight you. Lift up. Quick deliver isn't quick enough, but hopefully, or not with this one, but hopefully because the others have flywheels attached, we shouldn't actually see an impact to the output of power for these other ones. Just that first one doesn't have a flywheel attached. Quick deliver. Remove. Quick remove. Quick remove. Quick deliver. Quick deliver. I work Saturday, Sunday? Nah, I was just stuck doing RL stuff. Thankfully, just a Monday to Friday at the moment. How was your medal ceremony? Okay, I think that's everything. I mean, they're always long. That has to be of zero surprise to you. Alright, we're gonna have to boost this, and we're gonna have to upgrade this. Quick deliver. That was the one thing I didn't actually consider. This is delivering 144 a minute. This can take 20. I think even pipe 2 is not going to be enough. Yeah, 200. Oh, it'll just be enough. See, this is why you should have gotten a dog, man. The dog forces you to walk it, therefore instant weight loss. Right? That's how it works, yeah? I don't like, God, everything with you has to. Ah, GIF. You concern me sometimes, my friend. You concern me sometimes. Not store all the wheat after harvest. Ah. Apparently, we have filled up on bread. Oh. Are we going to go for dinner? Somewhere fancy? Or are you just going to show her that you're a down-to-earth person and just take her to the local pub? This doesn't make trimmings. Okay, that's fine. So because that doesn't make trimmings, I don't need to set this one as the keep full. I'm going to set this one as the keep empty. Soup kitchen, I reckon that's pretty par for the course for you to be fair, my friend. Guys are just not eating enough bread at the moment. And without you eating bread, my wheat's backing up. Well, now I don't know how that works. I'm gonna pump that up. Pump that up. How is our fertilizer supply going? Yeah, it's making it quite nicely, actually. Oh, that would have dipped a bit with the freeze that went on in this area that resulted in a low amount of sulfur, which is probably about to happen again because those two are filling up. Yes, another thing we need to have set to that. Right. That's the other problem. If I'm going to run this boosted, can I just... Oh, because you're a lot bigger. I see. $12, $12, 24, which is obviously higher than what the pipe can do, so I have to upgrade that. Okay. Man, I think that it would be fair to say that Windows 98's pipe screensaver is actually a lot more organized than my pipe system that's going on over here. Thank you very much. Give Windows some credit. Minimal, but some. Okay. So, aside from this, you know what? I'm just going to boost these just again because that's going to be blocking everything up and stopping from going. I need to think of what I'm going to do with the naphtha, and I need to think of what I'm going to be doing with the heavy oil, because they're both going to stop that area producing. So this I can use to make. Could use it to make plastic. Already make plastic. Okay. What if we look at making hydrogen, which is ammonia? That's the only way. That's actually a pain. You need ammonia. Oh, I didn't notice the like do it with water, but geez, it doesn't make much at all, does it? Fuel gas and steam, hydrogen, CO2. Okay. So we could do that here. But not in this plant. Take this fuel gas here. Need to create another steam output. I mean, I could just kick the can down the road. Build 2 more large storages as backup units for these 2. That needs here, wherever it's called. That just needs, oh no, because that's burning the excess off. I'm gonna pause that. Fertilizer 1, fertilizer 1 from this. Interestingly, we don't actually use that at the moment. And what do we do with the heavy oil? annoyingly, heavy oil just again is another way to consume frickin' hydrogen. Be nice if there was a way to actually make it with it. Fluid storage 4. Say we do that. Let's pause these. Can I actually get it out? Alright, heavy oil has a way out. What about this one? Nope, I don't want you to cross over that way. Cross there. Here. Hang on. Wasn't wrong. There we go. Okay, that'll work. That will work. Whole truck yet again. Probably gonna go. Why is the whole truck trying to go to a pickup? Fuel export off. That's been upgraded. Alright, now our next issue that just don't have enough water. Boost that one. Tpole. I know that it's like doing loops, but you should still be able to get some into it. It's weird that it's not. That's good. Keeping those busy. That. At this point, so we're going to remove the boost off these because they're just not able to pump out because we're not consuming enough bread. Home. I'm going to take a punt and say this will have some quartz for it. Okay. That feed is full. Oh, tofu is full. Well, we've definitely gone from not having enough food supply, or say having enough, but not enough to stop all the warnings popping up. How do I not have enough water? Oh, because my sewage output is full. Why is my sewage output full? Because the compost output here is full. Why is that full? Okay. Stop this running. No, that still can run. That will be why, though, we're not creating any damn water. Boost these to try and just get through this backlog. Alright, I'm lucky there wasn't like a cholera outbreak or something. We're going to upgrade that to pipe 2 because that'll be stopping a lot of water flowing through to it as well. They're at least still producing. Just don't know if this is... Yeah, I guess it is. You can see that it's starting to go down because we're keeping ahead. Okay. I've just never had to try and boost through this section before because I've never actually to get that full. You know what? I'm actually going to boost this little... Oh, fudge. Oh, no. We do have chlorine. Ignore me. Ignore my surprise there. Nothing coming through there, so it's all coming via that pipe at the moment. Coming through there. She's building up, but it's not there yet. Cool, they are burning through it slowly. So they're making a decent amount of fuel gas too, so we're seeing our diesel go up there too. Some water back into there. Alright, slowly. Yeah, I'm going to upgrade this because it is actually having to wait on this pipe supplying enough to keep it running. So we should see after this one. Still not able to keep up. Guessing purely because of this pipe here. We'll upgrade it and check. Oof. You can really see that dumping through now. Alright, Alright, perfect. So it can now supply enough to keep up with that rate. Now what we should hopefully see is perfect. That's dropped down. So now we've got our water boost back. So our unit is back up. Perfect. Perfect. Might let that go one more cycle boosted. And then we should be good to just leave it continually running as before. Because we're not obviously overproducing. It's just wanting to get through that backlog that had showed up. Interestingly, that number's not dropping, and all that is supplying from town. Produces 150 per 60. So it should be able to just get on top of it, or is it just because of how long the pipe is that it's taken it this time to sort of flow down? What did you do? Did you stick your finger in a hot apple pie, did you? Sorry, warm apple pie is the correct term, I believe. Trying to keep it PG there. Okay, that seems to be dealing now. Yes, it is. Good. Why do you keep pinching water off me? Yeah, I would like to sort of have a little bit more water production going. I wonder. No, I don't think it's that one. I think there was. It must be on the research tree at the moment. Oh, vacuum desalination. Ah, no, that was depleted steam. Actually, I guess if I wanted to, I could always pinch some of the seawater from here. Add a thermal desalinator off this. So, 48 medium. Or low, sorry. Thermal. Could run a couple of these off it. It'd outsupply the water that's needed there. That would technically be more efficient than running these cooling towers. Then I'd sort of need to try and feed that back in. That doesn't address my town supply, it just addresses map supply, which, you know, these rainwater collectors do, technically. Could always pipe them into here as well. Not that I need them anymore. Realistically, I can remove them. Still producing, that's fine. You're keeping ahead of everything, that's fine. Yeah, alright. I really want to start on that PCB supply line, but it's just going to be an absolute pain. I think the other problem I've got is the next real thing to start mining and getting on top of is gold. But I think even gold is a pain. Sanded gold concentrate. Gold power. Crushed. So am I reading that right? That there is no way to just straight up consume gold ore? There's not, so it has to go gold ore to gold ore crushed. Gold ore crushed to gold ore powder. Gold ore powder with acid to get gold ore concentrate. And then gold ore concentrate with acid again. No, just gold ore concentrate and sand to get gold. Okay. And then we need to deal with toxic slurry, which is another water treatment one. Toxic slurry. Yep, so then we need to deal with that. Thanks for that GIF. Yes, toxic slurry is my personality. Oh. All of a sudden, these don't seem to be able to keep up. Yep, we will build another couple of these because yeah, they're obviously not keeping up. Hopefully that will supply enough ability to get rid of carbon dioxide. We are doing good at clearing this area here, actually. The only thing I didn't think of when I built all these pipes is the large tree harvester cannot get under those pipes. So that is going to be a pain. There is no way for me to get that without building a ramp, which I obviously can't build over these because they're off the ground, so I'm going to have to delete that pipe and relay it basically. Noticing that we are running that copper, but we have that full, so we're going to just, well, not upgrade, cancel upgrade, boost. Okay, so that should step that up a little bit and try and at least clear that out, because obviously, as you can see here, scrap is starting to build up for us, primarily because this is unable to output anymore. Okay. overshot that a little bit. You not producing enough because you're falling behind? No, it's just not producing enough. Technically, I could upgrade all of these and then only have to boost these. No, I haven't started gold yet. I need to effectively start an acid production line. There's a couple of things that I've skipped over as I've gone, acid being one of them. Look, acid isn't too bad, right? It's a good way to at least consume more sulfur. But I need to start acid because acid is used in the gold production line. And then I'm also going to have to generate another way to another wastewater treatment for that toxic slurry, because this one's obviously just focusing on normal wastewater. The upside, that is almost done, so I can remove the boost on these. So we've been doing well at consuming a lot of our sulfur, so that's obviously filled up now because we turned off just our generic way of burning it into slag. Cannot deliver no valid destination. There is a valid destination for that. Ammonia. Where does the ammonia come from again? It's one of these, isn't it? No, it isn't one. No. Yeah, really, I do need to sort of start to burn through some of this fuel, just so that I can start to get these other productions running. So I'm just thinking about it. I reckon if I put one of the large, I reckon the reason these aren't going to the fuel stations is because they need more diesel than sits, but they don't need more diesel than sits in there. They can hold 35 and they hold 40. So why aren't you going to the large ones? Yeah. There we go. That must be you there, GIF. Sausage production, eh? In here. Trimmings, flour, and salt equals sausage. So it'd be a way to effectively peel this off here and use it in a different way to that. I think that'd be another protein. Yeah, so I'd be pretty much hitting all the proteins then. Thanks, GIF. I have a lot of spuds going. You know what, I'm tempted to swap this for spuds. Oh, I need to upgrade it to bring it out. Alright, let's upgrade. Oh, that actually deleted it. It didn't just sort of remove it from there. Okay, I didn't really pay attention to that. I thought that would just remove it from there and the trucks would go put it into storage. But no, I just outright bloody deleted 400 potatoes. making a decent amount of meat. Here's keeping busy. That's good. Can't believe we're sort of full on tofu. So far. There's no fuel yet. This fuel station has fuel. What are you doing? Come on, truck. Do need to try and do something about that. Guess that's easy enough to address anyway, because I build it somewhere in here. This is kind of central to all of our mines. So I'm going to store rock in there. And then using the crusher, we can make gravel. So it's 1 crusher to 3 for sand. I'm going to move that up. If I put that there... Oh, no, see, I can't because I need to put the big storage afterwards. So that's the nice sort of central location, but that's really just going to block a lot of stuff. I'm going to build it here because no trucks are driving along here. That. Into 2 crushers, into 6. And that's going to go into 1. Fine. That's not going to work for me, is it? Oh, no, it will. Beautiful. Now that truck's going to have a sook that it can't get out. Just like GIF, it's a whiny little fish. Here, you're going to get recovered. You're storing sand. You are going to store rock. Rock to gravel. Rock to gravel. Gravel to sand. Perfect. Alright, so that will start now, and that should hopefully allow us to sort of get tided over until this here happens. Very severe flu. The upside, we have a decent health rating, and with the med area that's hopefully got supplies. Yep, it's going to reduce down the mortality of that. Okay. That's that. So, look, that's not too far from there in regards to needing to dump things. It's good for that one. I didn't dump everything. Oh, there we go. Okay. Cool. So at least once they're dropping it directly into right, need workers. So we should probably turn this one. And we will just use somebody to buy some people in. Right, that's okay, because that is sort of the max we will be utilizing at the moment. I'm gonna say no to truck export there. Mega excavator has no fuel. What are you doing, fuel truck? Oh, they're both empty. Alright. Why are they empty though, given we are overflowing on fuel over here? I'd really like to have one of the mega trucks doing that, but it's just, there's too many pipes and stuff. There's no way that that is easy to sort out. Where are you going with the iron ore? Like, oh, you need fuel, so you're coming here to fill up. I see. I wonder if it's worthwhile just assigning one. And your assigned routes are going to be to there, to there. I don't have any other servos. Yeah, at least to those two. And if we keep those filled up, and that'll be good, because at least that'll consume some damn fuel from that big tank, which will allow some of these things to come back online. This truck will take it, it'll basically instantly get refilled up based on how much fuel is sitting in the pipes. Alright, now. But we want a truck import off, not truck export. Did I count right? 4. Hey, I did. guess it would just be better if that sort of went there. I guess it'll balance out eventually anyway, doesn't matter. Always try and go there. Whereas now you're going to go... I don't know, how to tell you to fill up from here? That's starting to fill up again. That's something I've got to check. Now that I've rebuilt these, are we keeping up? We're just going to boost these to try and chew through some of that to start off with, and then we'll see if that sort of helps us get on top of it all. Okay. Pump up that sand. I honestly can't be bothered starting on the next set of things, but I sort of need to. How are we so out of steel as well? What do we... Oh, it's because of that. That's consuming all of our steel. And always, I don't understand why it seems to always ignore one of these. Like the others are basically full, and yet this has nothing in it. I'm unsure what's going on with the AI there that causes that to happen. Missing input. Okay, so this most certainly needs to be upgraded then. And then this needs to be upgraded. So what is it using? 144. These pipes are capable of 200. And they're 450. So that should just keep them constantly running at least. Yep. That might be why we weren't seeing, you know, a better throughput once we connected those in. We have run out of fertilizer there. We were going to change these to fruit. And we're going to force it to move to the next season, purely so that it destroys that crop of potatoes. Okay. Yep, and there's exactly why. Farm can't store potatoes. So if we waited for that to happen, it would have just caused us problems. Oh, okay. So I didn't think about that. Once this one fills up, that stops. Okay. Do I even ask why you've got thigh chafe at this point, GIF? Let's boost this. Oh yeah, you mentioned you were trying to slim down a little bit. And you should just come for a walk down to Melbourne. That'll thin you out a little bit. Cool. Sweet Jebediah. Okay, so a lot of these farms are now complaining obviously that they can't export. Okay, they're not ones that are highly boosted in regards to fertilizers, so that's not actually too big of a concern. Soybeans and them, again, they're also not overly large of a concern just because of how much backup of food that I've currently got in them. Oh, I've mined my way through all of the... Wait, hang on. Before we set an X-ray, let's turn layers on. Yes, there is limestone present in there. What we'll do is we'll mine our way through to the other side here. And we'll also mine this section here. But we need to make sure that you are told to prefer limestone. And then we need to also edit the mining area to include the new mining zones. Otherwise, you're not going to do anything. Old truck cannot reach dump destination. Just come drop the rock in. It's too full for you. Alrighty. So these retaining walls do seem to be at least stopping things from collapsing, because nothing has progressed since I've built them, which is good as well. I'm wondering if I need to... Okay, I'm no longer wondering. I know I need to. I need to build some along here as well. Only... I haven't seen that there is a way to necessarily sort of spin it so it's not exactly on the grid. I do that and then place these pieces between. Sort of hopeful that that should be enough to stop it sort of collapsing in from the roadside. Okay. Sort of at the point where I either need more trucks or I need to continue to replace these blue trucks with the upgraded yellow trucks at a minimum. It's not like they carry full loads either, like 5. That one at least carried a 20. 10. So I'm sick of seeing it saying very busy, but I don't think I can only unlock like 10 more. No, they don't need to be hybrids. They don't cause air pollution. So that's fine. That's all that matters. This is at least caught up on going through what was there. We haven't managed to get through that backlog there yet. Okay. Yeah, so, alright, I definitely think I will do that. Just need to work out now what the most efficient way is. Literally to just find you and go scrap. I reckon it probably is find you, scrap, and then build. That is probably the most efficient way to do this, I think. Then the next thing that I'm probably going to want to try and work out how to do is clear out the excess parts that are in those buildings, and we can probably then turn off making vehicle parts wherever they sit within here. There, so I can probably turn that production off. I guess it's only one building, doesn't matter. Slowly going through those. Got lots of slag, brush, what is it, sand, cement. Cement's coming from you. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, these are the upgraded conveyors, so that's fine. Yeah, okay. I wonder if these just themselves end up just falling down. I haven't exactly dug into them yet, but it's close. I do want to dig into this one though. There's a decent amount of iron left in there. And we are also struggling to really keep up on that storage. Upside is we've chewed through a bit here, so we're starting to get some room here again, which means this should be running. Yep. And that no longer has a backup. Good. Okay, so that's working there. We're chewing through some of this fuel, which is good. That's that one's full. One's half full. Okay, so we're actually using diesel at the moment, which is a bit of a change, but that means this stuff is all going to start to swing into production now, which is okay. Right. So what do we need to do? We need to set up acid if we want to start doing gold, but we don't need gold to start doing PCBs. To do the PCBs, we needed to do this, which meant we needed to set up hydrogen. That's right, and hydrogen was the one that really had a pretty average chain for what I've currently got. Honestly, this is probably the most effective method, but one of these would be the best ones, but you need that. So we could do this one. I just don't want to have to deal with the sour water, but I guess the sour water upside is that means I can get more ammonia into the production line there again. Given how much of the naphtha we have around, that might actually be our best way forward. Do that to get fuel gas, and then gas. So I could do that off one steam output then. Oh, what's going on? I reckon that has happened because these weren't able to get rid of the water. Yep, that is correct. And then because of that, these would have stopped. No, you stopped because apparently okay, yeah, look, same. That boost doesn't do anything. The U boost also doesn't do anything. But of course this won't work because it's power. But at least if this runs like it is, gets a couple cycles. There we go. Wait, just boost it. That's why it's running without power, because it was boosted. Yep, okay, nope, I'm caught up. You should be happy again. Yep, you're running. Cool. All right. I need to pay more attention to that. It would be nice if there was a way to like run the steam through a different unit, and then like by adding power, still turn that steam from low back into high steam. Yeah. Nothing really here to repressurize the steam. Hmm. I wonder if El Davo had a hand in it. When I was first reading it, I was going to say, well, that sounds even more like him, but nope, you agreed and got to the same position as where I was going. So the one problem with this direct output that is going on at the moment, and I never set a salt put up, interestingly enough. I don't know, did they make candles in the movie? Get it? White Chicks, the movie? Man, you should make some candles. You can make earwax candles. Ha 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 ha. That built up there, that's good. Still not keeping up with fertilizer. Truck distribution I set up does seem to be doing a lot better at keeping up with keeping the fuel stations fuel. They have built their trucks, so that means scrap. Oh, you were on a mine tower, but I don't know which one. That's one thing I need to make sure I don't do. Yeah, removing one from a mine tower without knowing which mine tower is gonna be a problem. Anyway, all right, cool. We've gotten through to that. So boosts on these. I reckon that was why we were falling behind even after I built them. It was just purely based off not having enough throughput in those pipes. I've really gotten absolutely nothing done in this session. I've built like one little thing and everything else has just been trying to pick up the pieces. I'd like to clean this little section here out, but I reckon that'll force that to collapse if I do. You know what? Stuff it. I'm just going to do it. It's annoying me. If it collapses, it collapses. Functions quite nicely. I like that that works, and I'm liking that that is that equivalent. What's it on? Something, something, pray and obey. Apparently I've got caps lock on. Keep sweet, pray and obey. So it's based around some dude who is the president of the Fundamentalist Church of the Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Okay. Ah, I remember this one. This is like the branch of the Latter-day Saints that still is like into polygamy. Because I think the main one now isn't anymore, but they broke away and they're still like supporting like polygamy. Interesting. I've got one like queued up on my watch list that I haven't watched yet, which is a Netflix series on what's it called? 3 Mile Island. So the meltdown that happened there. Far out. Yeah, that sounds like fucking shit outcome. I've been doing my best to try not to swear on stream, but I don't think there's any other way to verbalize that. Okay, so apparently this pipe is capped out on throughput. Interesting. I didn't think we really had that much exhaust coming through it. Alright, so what we're going to do just to fix that up then. We'll do this all via the quick remove and quick build, just because I want as little downtime on this as possible. Yeah, look, there've been a few good Netflix docos. I've been impressed with quite a few of them. 3 here, up here, back down to level 1, there, and 3, there. Fuel stations. Alright, delivery. Quick delivery. So that should build all of that. So we are missing water now. Okay, good. So they're all doing that. I wonder if that was the actual reason as to why this was backing up. Maybe I didn't manage that water correctly and it wasn't actually a symptom of pipe throughput. Yeah, I'm not sure. No, judging by just the sheer amount. I definitely think it was just outright backing up. That makes me think that I'm gonna have to build a second effective treatment center here. Because like these can't even function. I'm gonna have to. Source scrubber. You know what? I will. Well, look, I'm going to build water towers for the moment, but I will then, cooling towers because I need it done now. But then we will build those other ones to the thermal desalinators, and that way we can supply the town with more water. You know what? We gotta quick deliver all of this too. Just need that up and running and doing its thing. Okay, let's see. Oh, the last thing, as I always do forget, is to connect that sulfur. There. Okay, cool. So that should fix this exhaust issue, hopefully. So why are you only capping at 38 when you can cap at 120? Because the boost? I'm very curious as to why that's... Or is it because of how much is technically in the pipe? but I do need more water storage. Type 2. You. Quick. Oh. No, you're not allowed to collapse due to the terrain. You're there to be a retaining wall to stop it from collapsing. Maybe that'll help. Maybe. Okay, so that should be pumping. Alrighty. This should have a fair bit of water getting ready to flow in shortly, which will keep these happy, hopefully. Plug it on that again. Off, on. Yeah, actually chewing through that oil amazingly. Okay, so we do have other Dezo backed up, but yeah, that must just be a pure symptom of actually utilizing it for here now. Yes, that's good. And yes, we are struggling to output through there now. Okay, so we'll just fill that up. Still really haven't caught up on steel, but I guess that's because we're still trying to sort out the exhaust management of it. Still complaining that it's going to collapse. Okay. Alright, beautiful. That is getting rid of a shed load of CO2. Cool. That should let all of this actually start producing now and recatch me up, thank goodness. I still do not understand. Why are you able to hold a reserve of 120, whereas you can only hold a reserve of 30. Doesn't make sense to me. Looking at the figures of how much these here produce pollution wise, I think I actually need like one more setup. Oh no, it's very slowly getting through the backlog. Oh, maybe not. It's going back up. Might need one more. Pure. I'm getting real sick of them trying to get the things that they can't reach. You know what? I'm gonna just notify. Okay, so we are going to turn the notify output stuff off because I'm sick of getting spammed by all of these. Just tell me that they're unable to get it out. Yes, I get it. You can't unload your fruit. You told me for the past 10 minutes. Oh, some of these actually collapsed. Oh, they're almost finished digging there. Can the trucks get through though? No, trucks can no longer take that path. So what we will build as a large ditch effort do that, and hopefully that will stop the buildings wanting to topple. Beautiful. Yeah, pumping it out there. Okay, so these seem to be just emptying out time. Rotary kilns don't seem to be having issues. And then these run on a different pipe, which is near on instantly. 48 into 24, 24 into that. Is outputting 48. Okay, so now that is balanced. It was just because the conveyor wasn't allowing the outputs through in time that it was backing up and not working. Okay. So I think this here is literally just balanced. All right, have a good night, GIF. I'll chat to you tomorrow. If it isn't good old newbie reminding me that it's 11:15 at night, it's time for bed. Is that night as in you're going to bed, newbie, or is it in night to GIF? We were building you up to buy another ship, but I don't think that's necessarily worth it at the moment, just because I'm not really going to use it. Oh, and that was the other one. Have you caught up on chewing through that? You have, so you no longer need to be boosted. And how are we going over here? We are probably getting to the end of what we can dump. Actually, what I didn't really think of here is because of how far it goes out, can we even put a cargo depot here without it? If I build this, won't this crack it? I reckon that will. At least if it's in this part. Nah, see those? Yeah, I don't know how that works. Scrap those two so that we can build another 2 of these trucks. Yeah, there's trees to harvest. Okay, so move quick. Pipe 2, we will drag that along the floor, drag it over, and then build a bridge so that our large tree remover can actually deal with it. Alright, and quick deliver. And then build vehicles, ramp, large, quick deliver. And then we can set you, you. Now, the last thing will be, how do we get up to this section here? I think we're effectively just going to have to build a ramp, aren't we? So how well are you doing it, getting through this? I reckon now that this pipe is bringing so much through, I need to... upgrade, liver. Okay, so that is building up. That should get rid of... That should definitely get rid of the excess, I'm hoping. Now, in order for us to get up here, we're going to have to build a ramp, so we should probably start setting some dumping for that. I wonder if you can prioritize the dumping so that they'll dump here before dumping over here. Now what do we do? Because if we dump over this, this is a coal deposit, isn't it? Yeah, so we've got coal, we've got iron. Limestone. I don't think there's anything here. There isn't. Honestly, of all places, this would almost be the best. Dumping designation. Yep, so that will allow me to do it that way. This is the only problem about the grid, is that I'd like to do it in a diagonal one. I'll probably turn that off. Oh, no, not that. 22. No, I want, that's what I need. Oh man. So what are we, 11 there. So that will at least get to there by doing that. I say F. There we go. Okay. Realistically, I'm going to want that slightly wider, aren't I? F. Nope. 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 Really not wanting to play ball, is it? I wonder if it's because there, I know, that's why they were flat there. 10. Now, 10 does look flat, yep. Then we will swap back to flat, like this here, and do that. Perfect. And that gets us that nice end step. And what we will do then in the meantime is we get rid of the dumping that's going on here. And that will force them all to dump to that one location. And that will at least give us a ramp up to our last area. Yeah, alright, that works. That works. Why is water only giving us a 8 out of 10? Oh. Why is water completely out? You're still going. You're still going. You're still going. Are we just really consuming that much water in comparison? Still producing. You know what I might do? I might just get rid of that section there. Because that will at least allow more to go towards here. Which should mean that this one isn't sucking through as much. Hopefully diverting more to there. Oh, what did I do? Oops. Oh, no, I don't like that. Alright, that's better. Yeah, alright, that works for me. God cannot reach destination. How can you not reach? Because you're on that little incline, is that why? Yes, that was why. Holy smokes. And yes, that is getting on top of that. That is good. Oh, apparently we are running out of coal. Still mining into a heavy coal area. Still have lots of area to go. Upgrade, upgrade. Where's our coal? Coal mine is here. Alright. The other is we got uranium there, so there's another coal mine here. Also going to start those repairs. Start loading shit. Oh, okay, so you can only do one at a time. Perfect. And they're already starting their dumping. Big tuck tuck. With the rocks to dump as well. That's full. I guess that's probably the other thing at this point too, is there's a lot of trucks here that are having to dump a lot further away. Okay, alright, well, given it's just hit 11 p.m., I think I might call the stream there. Thank you very much, everyone who tuned in tonight. Hope you have a good evening, and I'll catch you next stream.